wood. It's about 7:20. We're headed over to Kaiser Oakland. Sorry, I'm half asleep. We just went through Kensington. And Kensington has a solid place in culinary world in the Bay Area. It's where Semi Freddy's is, the first Semi Freddy's, and that's all connected to what was called Gourmet Ghetto, but they don't call it that anymore in Berkeley, although I still like calling it that because it was kind of a fun name. And here's Steven, he's taking me. And yeah, so now we're in Berkeley. So we live on the Berkeley end of El Cerrito. So we're just like, well, we're like a block and a half from Berkeley, like a couple of blocks from, well, actually, we're like a block and a half from Albany. We're a few blocks from Berkeley. So it's very convenient. And this is technically the Thousand Oaks area of Berkeley. It's really nice. And so we're going to come up upon Solano, which is one of the main shopping areas that connects Berkeley and Albany. And that's, you know, where there are lots of restaurants and stuff. But it's a very nice place to live. So we actually have had some rain in the last few days. Oh, here's Thousand Oaks. This is where Kamala Harris went to elementary school, though it's a new building. At least lots of it is. And here we're reaching Solano Avenue. Sorry, I don't have a gimbal here, but I think the car serves as a very large gimbal. And yeah, so here we are. And unfortunately, that's one of the last theaters around here. It closed. It's now, it's a rock climbing gym. Give me a break. Ajanta, that's a pretty well-known Indian restaurant. Now we're coming to a wonderful tunnel that used to be part of the Key system. So it used to run streetcars. There was no auto traffic through it. But it now became, now it's just vehicular traffic. There's always like a little blind spot when you come in here. It's sort of an interesting part of public transportation history. I think you can shut that off. Shut those guys off. And we got someone on his way to work there. But this goes up to a Indian Rock, it's called, and my mom and Matt used to walk up these stairs and go over this. It's like over the tunnel. It's very interesting. Takes you right to downtown Berkeley. Too bad we have this ugly vehicle in front of us, unfortunately. Okay, we'll get rid of him. So west is to our right, that's where the bay is, and the left is to the hills. We're heading toward Oakland. Now this is coming into downtown Berkeley, or at least the outskirts of downtown Berkeley, where all the restaurants and stuff are. And this is, well, gourmet ghetto. I forget what they call it now. It's not gourmet ghetto. It's ridiculous. There's nothing wrong with gourmet ghetto. Come on. But whatever. That's just my opinion. So this is Shattuck Avenue. And here is the cheese board. And there's Chez Panisse. So obviously very important in food history. And you got the guy who started Acme Bread. That's on San Pablo now, but they're all Alice Waters and all of these people. This is where they started out. Oh, Chez Panisse is still there. I haven't been there in years. There's so much construction going on. It's just nuts. All over the place. My mother used to get so mad at these, the outdoor dining that they set up for during COVID. Everybody should have just taken it down right away because it's taking up parking. And I'm like, well, they were kind of forced to put it up. So look at all this. This is crazy. Look at these big buildings. These are all, they're apartment rentals and stuff associated with UC Berkeley, which is up the hill there. That's UC Berkeley. You probably can't see it because Steve's there. So this is Shattuck and University. University is the main east-west route, and we're on the north-south route. I realize I have it on portrait instead of, but that's okay. I mean, next time I'll put it on wide. This is downtown Berkeley. This is Center. To the right is Berkeley City College. This is the BART station for downtown Berkeley. That is the Berkeley campus up the hill. And yeah. So the way this works is that we're gonna kind of go little bits into Emeryville, and then it's going to be Oakland and Emeryville because of the way the borders go. Yeah, it's a little further. Yeah, it's for. Oh, that's true. Yeah. We're on Shattuck. Yeah, we're not on San Pablo. That's right. Yeah, that's right. We're just working. So there's another theater. Unfortunately, the Shattuck Cinema's closed. Yeah.
They've all closed. There were like 8 theaters in downtown Berkeley.
Yeah.
6 or 8. Yeah. They're all gone.
There's the Easy Deli. That's a place that's really it's one of the old, kind of cheapy places that, students and everyone would eat. Now it's all like fancy places, expensive places to eat. There really aren't too many bargains anymore. This is Berkeley Public Library that had a big renovation, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago. Here's another theater, the United Artists Theater. Look at that. Closed. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah. All of these are new. These are condos. They don't really have as many co-ops here. I don't know if I've ever seen a co-op here. I mean, they're mostly condos and rentals. And a lot of them look like this building here to the left. They had started putting a bunch of buildings like that in Emeryville, so we call them Emeryville style because they all look like that. They're like cloned.
Tech workers can live in it.
Yeah, tech people love this stuff. And there's North Beach Pizza. Yeah, not very good. And we were just talking about one of the buildings that they put up in El Cerrito, they call it Credence, which is like really awful. That's because of Credence Clearwater. They're from El Cerrito. It's like, hello. Okay, here we go. Now we're going up toward the Berkeley Hills. We're heading east. This is another part of, Berkeley where there's some restaurants and stuff like that. Another big set of buildings. I'm gonna try to go like that. Give it a little more. It's the campus up there, straight ahead. Some nice old buildings too. Some nice old apartment buildings. And then you see like some of these older, kind of nice houses. Nice Victorians, craftsmen, and then there's like a lot of what they call Berkeley brown shingles, and here's one on the corner. Yeah, it's a Berkeley brown shingle. There's a lot of old housing on this stretch of Dwight Way. Take this because it is a good place to catch Telegraph, which is another main northwest artery. Medical center. Very sad to go by there now. We went there all the time with her.
Recently with her, yeah.
Yes, that's part of Sutter Health, which was her medical group. This is Ashby and Telegraph. And up this street is the main Berkeley Sutter Hospital. Absolutely sucks.
Decommissioned.
It's the last place you want to. Yeah, it's being. They're gonna close it, and they should because it sucks. It's really terrible. The main Sutter Hospital is in Oakland. I mean, it's turning. The fact that they're closing all these places is turning this into like a medical center desert, but. There's the main Whole Foods in Berkeley. Definitely put my time in there until they opened our Whole Foods in Gilman. Sorry, I know that was a little dirty and a little steamed up, but that's nature of the weather right now. Alcatraz. Alcatraz Street. Look at that. This is Telegas. Telegas. Gives you an idea of some of the gas prices. The most expensive around here is Chevron, even though there's a huge refinery not far from where we live in Richmond, which is right where the cat colony is. But yeah, and the gas there in Richmond by that colony is astronomical. It's, the last time I went by it was like $5.50 a gallon.
I think it's because it's right off the interstate.
Yeah.
Just got people just that need gas.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think just the regular unleaded. This looks like crazy. So there's still some old buildings on Telegraph, which is nice, like old commercial buildings. And some houses. They didn't do like a great job with the zoning around here at some point, I guess, because you know, you've got like convenience stores next to a house, next to a big apartment building, gas station. House, that's always very interesting. A retreating Ethiopian place. We just passed the summit. My mom always had her MRIs and her mammogram. She always said that every time we passed it. That's where I have my mammograms. I'm like, I know. I know. There's Casper's. And it looks like, yeah, that's still going. It's one of the few remaining Casper's. Obviously, we're in Oakland. Buildings here. Hi, Ethan and John. Shopping center. There's some good restaurants here.
Temescal.
Yeah, Temescal. Oakland. You can tell it's an old buffet. Yeah, artichoke Basile's pizza. I've never had that. And then Pyeongchang tofu house. We have been there. Matt and I have been there. Matt and I have been to most of these places. Oh, this is an old Casper's, but they took the old Casper's. But this is Casper's that was a Casper's with a K. Like the whole Casper's, like Casper's with a C and Casper's with a K. That's sort of like
famous original.
Yeah, it's like Ray's Pizza in New York. It's like what?
Joe's.
Yeah, Joe's. Yeah, exactly. Joe's is another one here. Yeah, it's double park. Yeah, no problem. Cafe Eritrea, Dafrik. There are a lot of Ethiopian places in this neck of the woods here. And this is 40th. This is a very good east-west route because it takes you right to Broadway in Oakland, which is where Kaiser is. Yeah, he's just going to sit there. Not on the ball.
Might make a difference.
Not on the ball. Right, exactly. Yeah.
No, just as long as they're not turning.
Yeah.
Which they
So there you can see some of downtown Oakland. Directly ahead of us. Yeah, see? Downtown Oakland. Okay. That's MacArthur, I think, right there. And yeah. So this is a good way to go. I like to go this way. Right now we're heading east. This is kind of an old part. Some little apartment buildings and stuff. It's interesting here. We made good time.
Yeah. Earlier helps. And lights also, which
absolutely.
I'm sure is like key to the time.
There's homeroom to go. And here's homeroom. That's the very well-known mac and cheese restaurant. God. Okay.
It's not really a walk, but he seemed like he's...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. God, the streets here, jeez. Here we're coming upon Broadway. That's Clove and Hoof. And that's like a restaurant. You get all kinds of meat-related stuff. There's like a butcher shop in there too. And this is Hogane. This is a Korean barbecue. I've been there a number of times. And so if you keep going, you get to Piedmont, and that's a really nice and upscale little residential / shopping area. And here we're coming, well, the medical centers are all right around here. Sutter is up further, and this is all Kaiser Permanente Oakland. This is their main facility in the United States is Oakland. So, yeah, this is the garage. This is where I had most of my chemo and radiation. That's all in this clinic building here to the right. And the main hospital is right here to the left. And that is, unfortunately, where the doctor's offices are. They are in that building, so we got to deal with parking, and parking here is a big pain in the neck. We're getting to downtown Oakland, straight ahead. And this is the main Kaiser Hospital. You can go. You go, man. Yeah, I was almost asleep. Alright, let's see what we got here. It's too bad there's 2 disabled spots. They are never empty. Okay, so Steve's going to drop me off, and I will see you guys later.